everyone, I'm Tara, and today I'm revealing to you how I built my secret bookcase door. Now, I'm not a handy person, but I've always wanted my own secret bookcase door, so I decided to build it myself. It took a weekend and it cost under $100, so I'll just quickly show you how I did it. The only tools I needed were hammer, power screwdriver, a handsaw, and for the books, X-Acto knife, and a ton of carpenter's glue. So here's what appears to be a normal bookcase in the corner of our family room. And now some people have their hidden doors in their house which hide secret rooms that store illegal stuff, from weapons, drugs, whatever, or hiding their jewelry. But what I have hidden behind my secret door is something much more valuable. It's a toilet. So it's just a tiny little bathroom under a stairs, but it really comes in handy when we have big parties. And it's got the tiniest little sink and a very cool faucet. So to start with, I bought 3 pieces of large black poster board which gets attached to the door. That way I'm not gluing things directly to the door, so I can remove it all in the future if I want to. Then I bought wood trim, which is just long pieces of wood that are 2 different sizes. This one is probably about 1 inch and a bit, and this one's like 1/2 inch. That makes the fake shelves. I had to saw these by hand, so you just kind of measure them the exact size of the door. And then you screw these on first. These will come later after you've spaced out your books, because you want to make sure that it looks as full as possible. Now here you can see the black poster board behind, so it just kind of creates some depth when you're at a distance. I used a couple of different ways to create the fake books. Now they should be fake because you don't want to weigh down the door with real books, because the door is still on its regular hinges and can't be too heavy. So most of my books are from Craigslist. They're free, they're old and damaged, and the best ones I found were Reader's Digest books. The spine can rip right off, so you just rip it right off here, and then you glue this part onto a piece of styrofoam. That way it keeps its shape. And then you glue the books to each other and onto the background. Here's a close-up so you can see the styrofoam in the back. And there's the black background to give it depth. For these books here that are stacked horizontally, I used paper covers from hardcover books and cut them and wrap them around styrofoam. So here you can maybe see in there is just styrofoam. Now a couple of them I left some pages and had them sticking out to make it look a little bit more real, a little bit more random. And then here's the doorknob, which has to stick out the furthest because it has to turn. So to cover the door handle, first you want to find a book. I scoured the bookstores to find an appropriate title. So this is Pretender. And it's basically cut in half, and then the pages are carved out inside so I can fit the handle into it. And then once the handle is in there, I've got a little nut and bolt to hold it in place. And then just make sure you hide the back of the door here in the handle with some black paper. For this bottom part of the bookshelf, I decided to make fake cabinet doors because I actually ran out of books. So these are wall panel frames here that I bought from Home Depot, and then the back is just a thin piece of glossy board glued on. And then of course you need a couple doorknobs. Well, that's about it. I hope you like my secret bookcase door and that you're inspired to build one for yourself. Thank you for watching.